All right, guys, it's that time for the CBSI themed hot list. Today, we're going Spider-Man. All right, guys, we're going to get into this CBSI themed hot list. We're talking about Spider-Man books post-1980, which means they are newer than 1980. Think of copper and modern era stuff. Before we get into it, you know what to do, the subscription button, blah, 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 all that. Big shout out, my boy Noah. I got your letter and I appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. And make sure you give me a follow on all those social medias, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and of course, Whatnot. Every Monday night in January, 8:30, we got a different themed. Coming up is Batman theme next week. Batman, then X-Men, then mystery boxes at the end of the month. So let's get into this list. This is from our friends over at comicbookinvest.com. They curate this list. They give it to me and I give it to you. I'm going to talk about 10 books and there is an honorable mention. Think of it as like a number 11 that's over on comicbookinvest.com. So these are top 10 Spidey keys post 1980. Let's start out with number 10. Guys, this is Amazing Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Carnage. This book is everywhere. This book has already popped. It's actually on its way down. If you're thinking about picking it up, wait, just be patient because I feel like it's still going to continue to drop. Also, be careful with this book. There are two printings. The first printing has that nice white cover and the second printing has that silver cover. So be careful. Don't fall for that one. They're literally identical except for the background. And also, some first prints have a little bit of a slit in the cover right on Carnage's knee that should not be hit by CGC. That is actually a printing error. So careful with that one. I've seen this book come back in multiple covers. I have a double cover of this book. I've seen it. It was printed a lot, guys. Not a difficult book to find. Let's go down from number 10 to number 8. Nope, let's do number 9. I am tired. Let's go to number 9 instead. This is Amazing Spider-Man 564. This is the second print. This is Flash bonding with Venom, becoming the new Venom. The second print is a little bit tricky to find. I believe there's a variant for this book as well as a first print. This is a really cool cover. This is actually a tough one to get in high grade. Not a whole lot on that CGC census. Keep an eye out for this. I don't think you're going to find something like this in dollar bins, but you might be surprised. Now we can go down to number 8. How about that? This is Amazing Spider-Man number 569, second print. Another one. This is the first anti-Venom. This is a huge book to find. Why? Not only is it a nice key, but the print run was just over 8,000 copies. That is minuscule in the grand scheme of things. Difficult book to find. Another really cool cover. Not a tremendous amount on the census, especially when you're talking about a modern book. I do love these ASMs, man. We're not just talking Amazing Spider-Man on this list, so don't be fooled. They may be Spider-Man books, but they're not all Amazing Spider-Man. With that, let's go down to number 7. This is a book, a tricky one to get in high grade. This is Amazing Spider-Man 365. First appearance of Spidey, 2099. We've already seen Edge of Spider-Verse 2 trailers. We already know he's coming. He was already teased at the end of the first one. Will he be a big player or just more of like a joke kind of cameo character? I'm not sure. We're still a little bit of a ways away from it. But this book popped a little bit once the trailer came out, and I haven't looked, but I would imagine it's starting to trickle back down. Again, another book that if you do want it, you may have a window right now. Otherwise, wait on this. Don't go grabbing it now because you may start seeing it explode again as we get closer to Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. Into the Spider-Verse, not Edge of Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse. Let's move down in the list. Let's go to number 6, guys. This is a super big book from the 80s. This is Amazing Spider-Man 252, first appearance of the black suit. Ties for the first appearance of the black suit. Somebody will say something in the comments. It's either tied or the other one was first. Or I don't know. Anyway, this is Amazing Fantasy 15 homage cover. This is also the first black suit on the cover. This is the first black suit in the Amazing Spider-Man run. This is a really big Copper Age key. Big time book. Again, not difficult to find, and I don't even think it's super difficult to find in high grade. This is one that does this a lot. Like as Venom talk we start talking about Venom and oh my God, this and that. You start to see this book creep up. If you're a little bit patient, you could see it coming down again. So don't rush out to get anything on this list. Whew. That was a mouthful. What did we just do? Yeah, let's go down to number 5. I think that was 6. Let's go to 5. Now we're going to start getting into some modern stuff. And we hop back and forth. Number 5 is actually Amazing Spider-Man number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, a character I'm personally expecting to see on the big screen. I don't know if Sony's going to do something, if Marvel, Disney can kind of grab the rights. I just feel like she's due for the big screen. Not the only one on this list that's got to be coming to the big screen. And she may also appear into the next Spider-Verse film. I mean, I'd be very surprised if she doesn't show up, but we'll see. I mean, they might throw everything at us now with the second one after how good the first one was. They may just be like, here's all the Spider-Man characters. Let's go down to number 4. This is a tricky one. We're going to talk about this for a minute. This is Amazing Spider-Man 238, first appearance of Hobgoblin. Guys, this book also has a Canadian price variant, and I've said this before, be careful with this book. It actually has tattoos on the back page, that if removed, your book is considered incomplete. So if those were taken out way back in the 80s and used, first of all, that's gross. Second of all, your book is now incomplete and will take significant grading points away. So careful with this. If you find it in the wild, check that back cover. Right on the inside of the back cover, it's usually there. And you don't want that incomplete. You don't want that green label if it's missing. With Hobgoblin, we go down to number 3. These last 3 are huge. This is Amazing Spider-Man 300. We've seen this book everywhere. We've seen this cover replicated everywhere. This is Todd McFarlane. This is first appearance of Venom. First full appearance. Amazing Spider-Man 299 is first cameo. This is his first one. This is the money book of the 3, 298, 299, 300, and even 301, the 4. This is a mammoth. I mean, an iconic McFarlane cover that I feel like every artist has given an homage to. I don't know. What can we say about this book? It's going through the roof again. I remember when this book was selling for $2,000 and 9.8s, and I thought, oh my gosh, how can that go any higher? Well, it has, and significantly has gone a lot higher. And now with the tease of Venom in the MCU and all of that, this book may not be coming down anytime soon. And if it does, I don't know if it'll ever see $2,000 again in a 9.8. I don't know. It may be gone forever to the moon. 2 left on this list, but before we get into them, I want to remind you guys, comicbookinvest.com does have an honorable mention that didn't quite make it onto this list. Check them out, and also give me a follow over on Whatnot, @VeryGary_comics. It's auctions, streamlined. Download the app. Use the link down below in the description. You get $10 off your first purchase, and it doesn't even have to be with me. It can literally be with anyone on the app selling. So there you go. Let's get to number 2, guys. This is Edge of Spider-Verse. Number 2, first appearance of Spider-Gwen. This is Gwen Stacy's Spider-Gwen. Talk about another character that's due for the big screen. Wow. We have to find, but I don't want to get into Spider-Man spoilers and stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised if the next trilogy of Spider-Man movies, I'm not going to say introduces Spider-Gwen, but maybe we do get a Gwen Stacy. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe we get a Gwen Stacy and maybe we get a Harry Osborn now in the next batch of Tom Holland movies. We'll see. You definitely have an opportunity there. So without giving any spoilers. For you guys who've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. For you guys who haven't, don't worry. No, not a big spoiler. And last on our list, you guys probably knew this when the list started. I'll give you 5 seconds to guess the last book on this list. 5, 3, 2, 1. Number 1 on our list, Ultimate Fallout number 4, first appearance of Miles Morales, another character due for the big screen in live action. We've seen Spider-Gwen and Miles animated. They have to come to the big screen in live action. It's inevitable, just like Thanos. It just has to happen. We're going to see them. That's the list. That's our cover. CBSI, comicbookinvest.com themed hot list. Again, just a fun list they gave me and I give you, and you can check them out and find that number 11, that honorable mention that just didn't make the list. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, keep it comics.